Hello everyone, and welcome back to Slow Spoken English.
I'm Diana.
And I'm Richard.
Today's advanced conversation is called At the Doctor.
If you've watched our beginner and intermediate episodes, you'll know I've finally recovered from my cold.
So today we're going to look beyond coughs and colds.
We'll be talking about healthy habits, regular checkups, stress, exercise, and why so many people delay seeing a doctor.
As always, we'll ask comprehension questions during the conversation to help improve your listening skills.
And if you enjoy learning English with us, please subscribe. We upload new conversations every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Right, let's get started.
It's good to be outside again.
You certainly sound healthier.
I feel healthier too. Last week, I didn't have much energy at all.
I remember. Even walking from the train station seemed to make you tired.
It did. The strange thing is that you don't realize how much you take your health for granted until you lose it.
That's very true. When you're healthy, you make plans without thinking twice. But when you're sick, even simple things can seem difficult.
Exactly. Going to the supermarket suddenly feels like a major task.
Or making dinner.
Or even concentrating on reading a book.
Thankfully, you're back to normal now.
And I've promised myself I'll appreciate feeling well a little more.
Comprehension question 1. What made Richard realize how important good health is? The answer is that becoming sick made Richard appreciate his health much more.
Before I got sick, I simply expected to feel well every day.
Sometimes we only appreciate something after we've temporarily lost it. Have you always gone to the doctor when you've been unwell?
Not really. Like many people, I usually tell myself it'll get better tomorrow.
I think a lot of people do that.
It's almost as though we're negotiating with ourselves.
One more day.
Then another day.
Before long, a week has passed.
Exactly. Fortunately, my illness wasn't serious, but waiting probably didn't help me recover any faster.
Sometimes getting professional advice early can save a lot of discomfort. Comprehension question 2. Why did Richard delay visiting the doctor?
Because I kept believing I'd feel better the next day.
Instead, the illness continued for longer than expected.
Looking back, I probably should have made the appointment sooner.
Did the doctor tell you anything that surprised you?
Yes, I expected a discussion about medicine. Instead, we spent a long time talking about my lifestyle.
Such as?
Sleep, exercise, stress, diet. Even how much time I spend looking at computer screens.
That's interesting.
She explained that small daily habits often have a much bigger effect than people realize.
It's easy to underestimate those little decisions.
Exactly. Going to bed half an hour earlier every night probably helps more than most people think.
Comprehension question 3. What surprised Richard about his doctor's appointment? The doctor focused mainly on Richard's everyday habits, rather than only prescribing medicine.
It reminded me that prevention is often better than treatment.
Healthy routines can make a real difference over time.
I think many people only think about health after something goes wrong.
I agree. We often spend more time maintaining our cars than our own bodies.
That's a good comparison. Most people wouldn't ignore a strange noise coming from their car for months.
Yet they sometimes ignore symptoms in themselves.
Perhaps because we're busy.
Or perhaps because we don't want to hear bad news.
That's probably part of it. Sometimes avoiding the doctor feels easier than facing the possibility that something might be wrong.
But avoiding a problem doesn't make it disappear.
Unfortunately not.
Comprehension question 4. Why do we think some people avoid seeing a doctor? We suggested that people are often busy or worried about what the doctor might tell them. Ignoring a problem, however, doesn't usually solve it.
In many cases, early treatment makes recovery easier.
Have you changed anything since you recovered?
A few things. I've started paying more attention to getting enough sleep. I've also become more consistent with exercise.
Not intense exercise?
No, just regular walking and stretching. I realized that doing something consistently is probably better than doing too much once every few weeks.
I think that's true in many areas of life.
Small habits become part of your routine.
And routines are much easier to maintain than bursts of motivation. Comprehension question 5. What changes has Richard made since recovering? He's paying more attention to sleep and regular exercise.
I've realized that consistency is more important than perfection.
Healthy habits are usually built one day at a time.
Another thing I've noticed is how much stress affects the body.
In what way?
Quatre Fontaine. When I'm busy at work, I sometimes forget to take proper breaks. I eat lunch too quickly. I drink too much coffee. And by the evening, I'm mentally exhausted.
I think many people can relate to that.
The doctor reminded me that stress isn't only something we feel emotionally. It affects us physically as well.
Which is why learning to relax is actually part of staying healthy. Comprehension question 6. According to Richard, how can stress affect our health?
Stress can affect both our minds and our bodies.
That's why taking breaks and slowing down can be important for our overall well-being.
Sometimes the healthiest thing we can do is simply stop for a while.
If you could give our listeners one piece of health advice, what would it be?
I'd say don't ignore small warning signs. If something doesn't seem right, don't keep hoping it'll disappear.
That's sensible advice.
I'd also encourage people to have regular checkups, even when they feel well.
Prevention is often much easier than treatment.
And looking after your health today gives your future self the best chance of staying healthy.
Comprehension question 7. What advice does Richard give to our listeners? He encourages people not to ignore ongoing symptoms and to have regular health checkups. Looking after your health before problems develop is usually the wisest approach.
We spend so much time planning our careers and our finances. Sometimes we forget that none of those things matter very much if we aren't healthy enough to enjoy them.
That's a good point. Health gives us the opportunity to enjoy everything else. Comprehension question 8. Why does Richard believe health should be a priority?
Because good health allows us to enjoy the other important parts of our lives.
Without it, even our favorite activities can become difficult. Do you think people become more health conscious as they get older?
I think many do. When we're younger, we often feel almost indestructible.
We assume we'll always recover quickly.
Exactly. Then, as the years pass, we begin to realize our bodies need a little more care.
Recovery sometimes takes longer,
And we start paying attention to things we once ignored.
such as sleep, stretching, and regular medical checkups.
Those things suddenly seem much more important.
Comprehension question 9. According to us, why do many people pay more attention to their health as they get older? Because they realize their bodies recover more slowly than they did when they were younger.
Experience often teaches us lessons that youth doesn't. Mental health has become another important topic in recent years.
Thankfully, people seem much more willing to talk about it now.
I agree. Years ago, many people kept their struggles completely private.
Today, there's much greater understanding.
Although I think some people still find it difficult to ask for help.
That's true. But asking for help should never be seen as a weakness.
In fact, recognizing you need support often takes courage.
Comprehension question 10. What positive change do we notice about mental health?
More people now feel comfortable discussing mental health.
They also agree that asking for help should be viewed as a strength rather than a weakness. Medical technology has changed dramatically, too.
It certainly has. Doctors now have access to equipment that would have seemed unbelievable only a few decades ago.
Better scanners, better treatments, and better communication between specialists.
All of those improvements help patients receive more accurate care,
Even video appointments have become much more common.
which can be especially helpful for people living in rural areas. Comprehension question 11. What advantages of modern medical technology did we just discuss?
We mentioned improved equipment, better treatments, and easier access to health care.
Technology has made diagnosis and communication much more efficient. Something else I've noticed is that every country has a slightly different healthcare system.
That's true. Some countries rely mainly on public health care,
Others have a stronger private healthcare system.
and many countries use a combination of both. Or some countries like China and India also rely heavily on using their traditional healthcare systems, such as Chinese medicine and Ayurveda, which I think is very wise.
Regardless of the system, most people simply want good medical care when they need it.
And clear communication with healthcare professionals.
I think that's something everyone values. Comprehension question 12.
What did we say all healthcare systems have in common? We believe people want high-quality medical care and good communication with their doctors. Those expectations are fairly universal. Has this experience changed your attitude towards regular checkups?
Definitely. I don't want to wait until I'm unwell before thinking about my health again.
Prevention instead of reaction.
Exactly. I'd rather deal with small issues early than larger ones later.
That sounds like a sensible long-term approach. Comprehension question 13. How has Richard's recent illness changed his thinking? He now plans to be more proactive about looking after his health.
I'd rather prevent problems whenever possible than simply react to them. If our listeners remember just one thing from today's conversation, I hope it's this. Don't ignore your body.
It's constantly giving you information.
If you feel tired all the time, or something doesn't seem right, it's worth paying attention.
Looking after yourself isn't selfish. It's part of living a healthy and enjoyable life. Comprehension question 14. What message does Richard most want listeners to remember? He encourages everyone to listen to their bodies and not ignore ongoing symptoms. Paying attention early may prevent more serious problems later. Well, Richard, I'm very pleased you're feeling much better.
Thanks. So am I. And hopefully I won't need another doctor episode for quite a while.
Let's hope not.
Although if I do get sick again, at least I'll know not to wait so long before making an appointment.
I think that's an excellent lesson to finish on. Comprehension question 15. What final lesson has Richard learned from his illness? Richard has learned not to delay seeing a doctor if symptoms continue.
Acting early is often the best decision. Let's finish with a few useful expressions from today's conversation.
Health conscious means paying careful attention to staying healthy.
Recover means to become healthy again after an illness or injury.
Checkup is a routine medical examination to make sure you're healthy.
Diagnosis is the identification of an illness or medical condition.
Prevention means taking action to stop illness before it happens.
Symptoms are the signs that something may be wrong with your health.
Now it's your turn to practice speaking English.
Pause the video after each question and answer in complete sentences.
What healthy habits are part of your daily routine?
When was the last time you visited a doctor and why?
Do you think people in your country visit doctors too often or not often enough?
What advice would you give someone who wants to live a healthier lifestyle?
We hope you enjoyed today's advanced English conversation.
If you found it useful, please subscribe to Slow Spoken English for more relaxed English conversations.
Thank you very much for listening.
We'll see you next time. Cheers, everyone.
Goodbye.